Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 1,200 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinking Bros, kids. These Sunday night shows are always filled with booze, aren't they? On this Friday afternoon. You son of a bitch, dude. I'm back at it again. We got Dr. Mike, you fucker. You're going to make me say this last name?
Good luck, bitch.
Israetel?
B plus.
B plus?
Yeah.
All right, what is it?
Israetel.
Israetel.
Yeah, it's got more letters than you need to pronounce, which is dumb. It's like French. It's like, why is this shit all in here?
Are you Jewish?
I am genetically 3/4 Ashkenazi.
Okay, cool. So you do wear Oshkosh Bagosh?
The only
No,
thing that
Oshkosh
touches
is from
my
Wisconsin.
body.
Oh, it is?
I don't think Jews are allowed there.
Yeah, but Jews own the world, so we own Wisconsin. So yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
true.
you own it, but you're not allowed there.
Right.
I think.
You're
It's
allowed
not.
to do the bookkeeping.
Yeah, it's not safe. It's too cold for Jews up there anyways.
Oh,
It sure is.
They're
Sure is.
coiled.
Yeah. Founder?
Unless you're Hasidic, then they are dressed in wool middle of summer in New York. What the fuck are they thinking?
All super due respect, all jokes, all love. I don't consider the Hasidic people Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. I count Jews by how many Nobel Prizes and inventions you have, and they just pray a lot, so we're good.
Yeah, I understand it. You're the founder of RP Strength.
Co-founder.
Co-founder. Who is the other guy? Was it O.J. Simpson?
A white dude to make the whole thing legitimate.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you need a cracker around.
Of course. Well, there's no first rodeos here.
Yeah, you got to have a honky in the mix. I get it. We got a company ourselves here, Hard AF Seltzer, in the middle of a fundraise with you guys right now on wefunder.com/hardaf seltzer. We've gotten a lot of questions here about what the payout is going to be. That had to be determined by the SEC of how much our company was valued at. Right now on screen, Bob, you can see there in the bottom right, we're valued at about $15 million right now. That's not only just in sales, but also in product that we've got made and some deals that go out in the summer. We're in all the HEBs starting July 29th and 135 right now.
7,000 stores total, I think, give or take.
What do you mean 7,000 stores total?
Like across the country, right?
No, 2,000.
2,000,
right there
sorry,
on the,
2,000. Yeah,
2,000.
so that's on
7,000 is the goal there.
Yeah, we'll get
but
there.
we're in 2,000 plus locations right now. And when you donate, because right now it's only open to the listeners, we haven't sent this out to the public or anything else. People are asking, all right, great. What happens if I donate X amount of dollars? If you donate $1,000 and we sell for $50 million, you're looking at roughly $3,500 back, which is a pretty rad return on your investment. Now, if we sell at $100 million, you put in $1,000, you get $6,000 back. Put in $10,000, you get $60,000 back. Those are the numbers right now. You put in if you even put in $100, which is the minimum, you're looking at about $350 back if we sell for $50 million. A lot of these booze companies, Clooney sold for like $3 billion.
So Ryan Reynolds sold for what, 600 million? And it's gin.
10, yeah, and it's gin.
Like nobody drinks that shit except for British people, right?
No. And we are looking to do an exit sale. We're not going to do an IPO. We want everybody to make money and hopefully sell within the next 5 years, which is why we have you on the program today. You've gone through all of this with the business and everything else.
Have I?
Have you? You sure have. Do you guys have a strategy for an exit sale? Like, what's your hopes and dreams with RP Strength?
We're just trying to do a good job and help people get fit and stuff like that. And if someone wants to come scoop up the company for an absurd amount of money, we're interested in chatting. But I think someone told us that the era of massive valuations and buyouts may be kind of in a slump. So
For fitness?
For apps, that's probably
for
true.
digital.
Oh, for
things.
digital apps, yeah.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's...
Unless you have proprietary software of some sort. then it's different.
Yeah,
But
because you're buying data, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, you're buying the technology and not just the customer base. Like if somebody bought RP, they're buying their customers, right? Maybe some of the intellectual property as well, but not actual technological infrastructure. That makes it different.
Yeah.
Right? So if you made a new way to make apps or to do an app or whatever, that would be different.
Got it. Yeah, with us, we're a hard good, so it's an RTD. Congratulations, you sell it, and then you kind of choose along the way for how much and what it's worth to you. You take a company like Prime. Prime is obviously in the fitness space and everywhere right now.
Fitness dick in your mouth.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nailed it.
What are they at? $10 billion or something? I mean, it's a crazy valuation for that company right now. And to my knowledge, they're not close to selling right now.
No, they did a really good job of spending their way through all the initial hurdles, right? And then plus the branding that they have associated with the ownership. It's an easy win.
I know they're in the middle of the WWE ring.
An easy win. I
10
don't
years.
mean to diminish what they did. It's an easy win because they did everything right.
Correct.
Not
which is rare.
Yeah.
Which is rare. And they're also very rich, and that helped too. So when they started the company, they were able to throw in, a shit ton of money, $10 million, and be like, all right, great.
That does not hurt.
It doesn't. When you guys started yours, how does that start for an app? Is it a shit ton of money? Is it just a developer?
Well, yeah, but what were you doing before? Did you already have a customer base before?
Oh, no, that's ridiculous. I wasn't doing anything. My father's an oil tycoon, so I just grew up with trillions.
Is that real?
No.
No, fuck no.
Oh,
No, there's not a lot of Jews from Detroit that are in oil, I don't think.
I'm not from Detroit.
Yeah, but as soon
enough.
as you said Jew at the top.
I'm not from there either.
Where are you from?
I was born in Moscow, Russia.
Oh, you son
Oh,
of a
you
bitch.
fucking Russian,
Get him.
dude.
Get him.
Collusion. It's a Russian hoax over here, dude.
He
Donald Trump
brought
and I
Hunter
are always
Biden's
in
laptop
contact.
in.
I'm like, say this next, Donald, and he does.
Yeah. So you are Russian. You're a Russian Jew?
Well, I mean, if he's Ashkenazi, there's a good chance he came from somewhere in that area, right?
Wait, literally did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moscow, Russia. I mean, like, how do I put this politely? I used to be Russian until we left and they tore up our passports in front of us. Technically, I was never Russian. I was a citizen of the Soviet Union because we came before the collapse.
What year was that?
91.
91, okay.
That was the collapse. When did you go? You came here earlier that year?
Several
or
months
something?
before,
Yeah.
91. Mm-hmm.
And your parents came over, I'm assuming, or did they just ship you on a boat?
They're like, see ya.
They launched him. They put him in a cannon.
That's what they're doing at the Mexican border right now.
My parents are at the Mexican border doing that to children to frustrate Biden so that Trump wins.
Yeah.
Actually, funny enough, my parents, my dad especially, but definitely my mom, they're immigrants to the United States. We all came together with my sister and grandma, and you would be hard-pressed to find a person more proud to be American than my dad.
That's usually how it
and
goes.
more of a sycophant Trump fan. Like, if they were like, hey, Trump's going to be in charge, but he's now King Trump and there is no more Constitution, my dad would be like, that sounds great. Like, let's just cut right to the chase.
I'm down with it as well, but that's just me.
I'm all
Only
set
because
on
that
that.
4 years was financially the most successful of all time. And that's how I base my presidents. Is if I'm financially doing well and the country's doing well.
Fuck it. If I'm doing well, good enough.
Well, it's not just that, but take right now with Biden. The fucking richest of the rich are doing very well in the stock market.
Me, yes.
Because everybody else pretty much had to get out of it and liquidate it and be like, all right, well, shit. I got to spend this money that I was saving on gas, groceries, and other living expenses, so I can't afford to have money in the market anymore. I think 92% of the market right now is owned by the richest.
But the poor's never really had a foothold anyway. And also, they're not really people. I mean, do they really matter?
Yeah, it's true.
Come on.
It's true.
But to answer your original question, we bootstrapped the entire company. 0 original investors. We didn't have any money when we started it.
Yeah.
Did you have a customer base? What were you doing before that? Just like doing personal training on your own?
So Nick is the co-founder. Him and I were personal trainers in New York City together, and we went to school together. And then I got into a PhD program for sports science at East Tennessee State University. And I started to learn stuff. And we were sort of referring clients back and forth to each other. And then we started coaching so many clients sort of online digitally that we couldn't do it ourselves anymore. We started hiring more expert coaches. And eventually people started asking us like, hey, like, why do you guys do the things the way you do them? Because we had a slightly different take on the fitness science. And so we had to write a few books to explain to folks like, hey, here's how it works. And when I was writing one of the books, I realized that one of the chapters on diet design, I had to basically say, like, this is how you design a diet for your goals and modify it. And I was like, I'm actually writing an algorithm that a computer could understand and execute and write and modify diets for people. And so basically that gave us an idea to make like a sort of halfway digital product. We call them templates, where it kind of takes you through a diet yourself and you adjust it based on various factors. We use the money we got from that to make our diet app. We use the money to get from that to make our hypertrophy app. We hired a whole team of amazing engineers. We went through a few rounds of hiring people that totally sucked and flubbed, and then the team we have now is like the fucking all-star A team and full of Jews. I mean, good God.
Yeah. Is that a requirement?
No, but they're just fucking good, man.
They are. That's hey, dude, I've said this on the show for years, man. Everybody that I hired in the past, Jews across the board.
My gardener's
Hollywood,
Jewish.
everybody. Yeah. Well, not that. Mexican.
He shows up. He's like, "Oh, I've got sciatica." You're like, "Mordecai, the fucking flower."
You're not hiring that. I mean, that's going to be Mexicans or nothing.
My allergies.
Exactly.
We don't have Mexicans in Michigan. I've never been.
Come on.
I've never.
You got Somalians.
Straight up. Do we? I grew up.
Shit ton.
I grew up. I've never seen a single one. I grew up with like in Hollywood, like movies. They were always referring to like Mexican gardeners, and I was like, like I just didn't. There was
Where did you guys immigrate to? Which city?
Metro Detroit.
Metro.
Yeah,
Detroit.
which, believe it or not, this is how fucked up Russia is. It was fucking paradise compared to where we came from. And we came from the best part of it.
I mean, RoboCop is set in Detroit.
RoboCop's
right?
actually a documentary filmed live.
Yeah, it actually, I think they actually tamed it down a little bit from what really happened in Detroit.
I don't know if this is true or not, but what I heard is Detroit was so fucked up that they actually filmed most of it in Canada because they couldn't even get cameras on set reliably.
That might be
stolen.
true. I mean, you come back and the lenses are gone.
Yeah,
like, oh shit.
Things you would easily believe about Detroit.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. No, but it's Somalis, right?
Dearborn.
No. So Somalis are like Minneapolis, St. Paul.
No, Dearborn, Michigan is
Dearborn,
mostly
Michigan
Muslim.
Is Muslim, but I don't think it's a lot of Somalis. I think it's
Look
more
it
like
up, Bob.
Arabs,
What do we got in Dearborn, Michigan?
No, Dearborn, Michigan's more like Arabic population.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the Somalians are in Minnesota.
Okay.
Dude, their
Hey, they're
food
not
is
me.
Fucking incredible.
They're not me. I don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Woo!
What
Shoot that gun off.
when you say Arabic, though, like what nation? What nation are they?
A lot of Lebanese people.
Iraqi people. Tons of people from Iraq.
A lot of Lebanese. I'm
Middle
reading.
Eastern and North African. So just Arabs. Arab is more than one country.
Arab. And
I didn't know if they just kind of scooped up everybody and said, "Hey, we're going here."
Well,
and that's it.
the mayor's name is Abdullah Hamoud. Which is
really?
interesting.
sounds
It's also
good.
interesting.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna get myself canceled.
Fuck
All
that.
jokes,
You're
right?
fine.
I was gonna say that sounds like a fucking ISIS watch list.
It sure does. yeah. But you live there right now, and they could swing the election. So Biden doesn't know what to do because everybody's pro-Palestine.
Yeah.
I think you could have stopped it. Biden doesn't know what to do, and that would have been a completely.
Or
cogent
Biden
statement
doesn't
by itself.
know.
Yeah. Biden just doesn't know. They could have stopped
Yeah,
there.
he shit himself yesterday. And
Did
then
he really?
The Daily Beast
No.
ran an article.
No.
The Daily Beast.
Is this just like right-wing insane propaganda, or is this real?
No. It's
Have
he
you-
D-Dayed his pants.
Do you guys have kids?
No.
Have you ever been around a toddler when it shits
Oh,
himself?
yeah.
It's like leans forward a little bit, face goes red, then he stands back up. Bob, pull up that video.
Yeah, pull up
While
the
we're
clip.
looking at that.
Why we're looking at Biden shitting himself?
Yeah, well, that's fine, man.
Because you need to
So
see it.
the Daily Beast
need to
ran an article yesterday like here's proof that Biden didn't shit himself or whatever. It's like, what proof? Did you got a fucking X-ray machine into his fucking diaper?
Show me that diaper. Show me
Yeah.
that diaper.
Watch this asshole.
Let's see him. There you go.
See,
It's just a
toddler
hard-
behavior.
Just
Toddler.
hard bend down.
Toddler.
No.
And then she's like, "Hey," she's like, "Get up.
Don't.
She's for sure saying
Go
something.
shit yourself on the plane.
Pretend you
Go
still
shit
know
yourself
things.
on the plane." And then the other one that I didn't see was, did you see him getting out of the car? They posted that today.
No, I can't watch
That
it.
went viral.
It's
Bob,
sad.
look at him getting out of the car today. We've been sent this a bunch of times. Actually, Bob, I'll send it to your Twitter. Okay. This is the one today that they didn't show. So,
Fucking President Poopy Pants.
Where am I?
I mean, genuinely no idea where he is, what is going on.
He turns to the girl on the left. It's nice that we're giving you people real jobs.
Yeah. By the way, the U.S. has been, people call it a melting pot, right? That's been the case for some time, whatever.
Yep.
The Prime Minister of England is a guy named Rishi Sunak.
Okay.
Okay. This is England.
Sure.
And then the mayor of London is named Sadiq Khan.
Yeah. Yeah. That one I knew.
So why haven't, this is my question, I guess. Why hasn't there been an Iranian president named, I don't know, like Eric Johnson?
That's not an Iranian name.
Or Mike
motherfucker.
Smith.
The easiest question in the world to answer.
No, it's not. Why isn't it like why?
But why hasn't Saudi Arabia
American?
added? Yeah, why hasn't Saudi Arabia had a member of the royal family? That's
We did elect a white American. Biden's white and American.
Dave Jones.
What are you talking about?
Joseph, whatever his middle name is.
Robinette. Say
You know
Robinette.
that? No.
Yes.
It is
Yeah,
Robinette.
It is Robinette, by the way.
I love making fun of Biden because, like, fucking insane leftists. But also, like, at some point, we're just clowning a fucking 80-year-old man. Like,
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna
I-
be 80 someday and
I would have
shitting
been
our
doing that
pants.
anyway.
Yeah, we would've been
I
doing
hate
that
old
anyways.
people. If I see one out in public, I push them down on the ground every time.
But to Dan's point, what he's talking about is why hasn't a white American never been elected to any form of government in another
over
country?
there. I thought you
Yeah.
meant over here.
Any other country?
Oh, no.
No,
Like-
because we're doing it here. Dearborn is Mikmakmakdul Raouf, or whatever the fuck that guy's name was. So
Great name.
Why aren't we doing it in other places if it's a melting pot?
It's because if a bunch of Americans emigrated to Iran or to Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that and started trying to get involved in politics, they would cut our heads off.
That's right.
That's why.
That's right.
Right? Which
Yeah.
is probably
Wasn't that
what we
the
should
Iraq
do.
invasion?
No, we cut their heads off mostly.
Yeah,
To be-
mostly.
let's
It
be-
was
They got
mostly
one
us.
guy. They got
Not
Eric
enough heads.
Berg, but mostly it was us cutting heads off, to be honest.
I mean, I think it's because Americans don't go to places that are objectively worse than America.
Well, you try not to.
yeah, you try not to,
Maybe
but
you'll
then
visit.
but then consider that in the inverse. Would you let somebody from an objectively worse place come and then tell you how to run your place?
Man, I swear to God, most of your statements, if you ended it with white power, would make so much more sense.
Oh, we do it all the time. Yeah.
That's how I'm understanding it.
Yeah, because you don't have your headphones on.
No.
He actually
They
has
didn't
a
give me
button
headphones.
that says "white power" underneath
Yeah.
all of these statements. No, but any other American too, like black, whoever. Like there is no Americans that are elected to any other government
so
around the world.
If a black American were to take their American accent over to like Sudan or DRC or Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, and tried to get involved in politics, they would get executed immediately.
Would they really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, most of the people there get executed anyway. It wouldn't even be an anti-American thing. It's like they fight each other as much as they fight anyone else. But also, can you imagine just trying to talk to a normal, civilized black man from America? Like, hey, do you want to go to Somalia and run for president? He'd be like, what's the upside? You're like, ooh, upside.
Yeah.
Nope, there's none of that. Like,
we didn't.
fuck
we,
you
had,
guys.
we hadn't really thought of that.
Right.
Yeah.
We just want to put in an American,
Yeah.
damn it. We don't care where.
Yeah,
There's
can you
nothing
learn
over
a
there.
funny accent?
Yeah.
Just throw a little French accent on there for the western side of the
yeah,
country.
yeah.
Maybe you learn some Dutch or South African for the other side.
If
We'll figure
you
it out.
are black and you have a French accent, that's the most exotic VIP baller global shit you could ever be. Like, and you have that general shit because you know, like African leader, like he has like medals, but
well,
he was
except for
never in the
Gaddafi, he
military.
was only a colonel in his own army.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
He
Promote
promoted
yourself.
himself
What are
a
you
few
doing?
ranks up, but he wasn't like, I'm not going to say I'm general. I'm just colonel and then I'm president or whatever he called.
Well, maybe
himself.
he was pulling the Augustus Caesar where and he changed the name of his official title to just say first citizen, like first among
That's so
citizens.
sweet.
Right? Which is like pretending, like, even though I'm an autocrat, I'm just like you guys.
I'm
That's all.
literally one of you.
Yeah.
He had a good run.
Yeah. He had the best run.
yeah.
Pax
Until he didn't.
Romana.
He
Yeah.
sure did. He sure did. But if you go back to like Wakanda, I think that's why that movie Black Panther did so well. Is they sounded great, you know, and it was a touch of class over there, and
Another documentary, if I recall correctly.
yeah.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
if everybody
Chadwick
knows that the
Boseman.
most advanced technological society in the history of the world is a secret African one.
Yeah,
That's how it works,
That was
man.
real.
That's
it
why
is
it's
how
a
it works.
secret.
That's where diamonds come from, so I believe it.
Well, I mean, diamonds are just the result of pressure and time, right? So,
Funny enough, there is a country in Africa called Botswana, where the De Beers Diamond Corporation is more or less headquartered. But they have an insanely high standard of living, highest degree of economic freedom in Africa, and they're doing insanely well, which is why you never hear about them in the news.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing exciting.
never will either.
There's just like black people owning businesses. There's
Yeah.
like single black women who have like cars and their own businesses. And you know, leftist media is going to be like, "Oh, success, that's boring. Fuck that." So we just never hear about it.
bleeds, it
Botswana,
leads.
really?
Botswana.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And they have like baller fucking national park with giraffes walking around and shit. The giraffes have fucking diamond grills and shit. It's pretty
oh,
dope.
dude,
Yeah.
spending rems on their fucking little carts.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Because other than like big game hunting, you never hear anybody saying, I want to go to Africa. Cape Town used to be hot for a while. And then I think whites are out over there.
Two different types of people really want to go to Africa. Insane right-wing gun-toting Nazis that want to kill animals that like there's two left of, and insane left-wing people who want to feel better than everyone else to go save other people from themselves or some shit like that.
And the animals.
I want to
animals
go.
Yeah, they want it.
Africa?
No.
They want to save the animals
The leftists
too.
want to sell the
Yeah,
animals.
sure.
too.
You can also hook up with the Zimbabwean government and go out into the bush and hunt poachers.
Oh, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah, dude.
That's like
80K.
leftists and right-wingers fucking shaking hands.
Yeah, I
in
know.
a
It's
meme.
that meme.
80K, and you can go and kill a
Get the
human.
fuck out.
It's
But they're
Arnold-
bad, so fuck them, right?
It's
You can sleep
fuck
at night
'em, yeah.
after that.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But you can probably sleep at night no matter what.
Yeah, even if they weren't bad.
It's,
Like,
Ar-
all
it's,
right, kill's a kill.
It's Arnold and
Tuesday.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, let's fucking do this.
Boom,
That
they're in
sounds
together, dude.
sweet.
Yeah.
The problem with that is like, one doesn't simply go to Zimbabwe. You know, like it's one of those things you show up to like the tourist immunization place before, and you're like, what shots do I need? They're like, the list is quite long. And like, I don't know if they can secure a high probability of you not getting fucking.
Malaria.
Yellow fever is the big one.
I was going to say pulled out of your car and used for ransom.
Oh,
but
well,
also-
they're going to
also
have to bring a couple of dudes to pull me out of my car.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, big man.
No,
Tough
I'm
guy.
just a
no,
gunfighter.
they give you they give you security guards and shit.
Oh, dope. Yeah, I trust
Yeah.
Zimbabwe security like I trust.
Well, they're
my-
professional hunters. It's one of the hardest certifications on earth to get, is my understanding, based on
No
guys
way.
I know. that
Oh
go
yeah,
there,
for sure.
Years of training. I mean, they're like fucking bush experts, and they're also they're all volunteers. Like they don't get paid much. They all volunteer to come there and protect the animals.
So you said they don't get paid much, but you said they're volunteers. How the fuck does that work? Do
No,
they
I mean
get
like
paid at all?
they're not recruited from the military or anything. They just show up to do it, and you don't get paid much. And they
Just love of the game.
Yeah. I
mean-
feel like we're speaking on a different planet, dude. You know?
What do you mean?
I don't think you understand a fucking word I'm saying today.
I've never understood anything you said since I sat down.
Every question, you're like, what the fuck is
What
going on,
is
dude?
wrong with you people? And I said you people.
I'm going to
Oh,
get
boy.
this. Well, let's get it weirder today, all right?
I'm in.
Liver King. All right?
Great American man. Honest.
Is he?
No, he's a fucking liar. So
Okay.
yeah.
So
That's not a joke, by the way. That
No,
was
it's not. We know.
Yeah,
The rest is a
we
joke.
know, and we had a steroid cocktail on the show here, and how
Do you
much
still
it
have it?
costs. We still do.
I mean, 12 grand a month seems like a lot.
I think it was 15. Bob, can you pull up his
be
steroid
honest.
cocktail for him?
Like, you can get
I want to
tests
talk
and
to a
some
dude
peptides
and
for a
see
lot less
what it
than
is.
that.
Bro.
Are you on anything? Because you're a fucking massive dude.
Nonsense. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm on anything. I'm on much closer to, if you had nothing and everything, I'm much closer to everything. I'll tell you guys real talk. 12 to 15, whatever the fuck it was, grand per month.
Yes.
Somebody is fucking him in the ass.
That's like, I don't
That
think
is
you can
like-
put that much shit in your
but
body,
bro,
right?
it's like 10 times more expensive than already paying a lot.
Like
Bob, pull up the numbers.
if you go through,
It's 11K.
yeah.
No, I know, but is
pull
it
up
broken down?
The
There's
stuff
a
that he
chart,
did. Yeah,
yeah.
you can
Oh,
find
I've
it.
never seen that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
fucking
It's-
curious.
there's a
Shark
list, yeah.
rocks.
There's a list. It was in an email from his doctor or some bullshit like that. But like, if you're using like this and you have a big social media account, blah blah blah, and you're a semi-famous person, you're paying for a vial of testosterone goes down from like $120 to $30, right? It's $30 for a full vial of testosterone a month. Maybe you go through one a week if you're fucking jacked like him.
One vial a week. Holy fuck. It's really putting the pedal to the metal.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I'm
That's
being
why
very
he's so red.
I'm being very I'm being very liberal with it. So even if you're using that
Did you
much,
say liberal?
Yes, liberal in the
Fuck.
classical sense.
What kind of show is this? Oh, classical.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Read off this list to him here.
So he's got HGH, IGF-1. Right?
Okay. Bob, read it.
All right. IGF-1, CJC.
CJC with IMAP, that's like $90 a month, maybe. Like seriously.
Okay.
IBU,
That's what I pay for it because I take that shit. CJC $12.95. It's a really good peptide.
Ibutamorin, Omnitrope.
That one I don't know about.
Test Sip.
That's test cypionate. He says
free.
0.66 cc a week. So that's
It's free.
It's a cruise dose. Is what he
25.
said.
that is a cruise dose. Yeah, that's not much.
Deca.
I don't know how
also
much Deca
0.6
costs or
cc per
Winnie.
week.
I don't know how much.
It's the same as test. More or less the same.
Yeah.
Nominally more.
So how the fuck
50 milligrams.
are you spending 12 grand or 11 grand a month on that?
What's the last one?
Winstrol?
Winstrol,
50
Winnie.
milligrams.
That
Again,
it doesn't.
Same,
it's not
same
expensive.
order of magnitude. I'll say this: like, you can get pretty pricey with the growth, with the GH growth hormone.
Yeah,
Yes.
GH can
But,
be like $1,000 a unit.
Right.
Well, 1,500 for the month is what I was
But he's
told.
saying he's taking 1 unit a week maybe, so that's $4 grand a month. From that, the other ones can't cost more than a total of like $2,000.
If he's taking a kit a week, and that's Serostim, that's
Mm-hmm.
18 IUs per day. That's what Ronnie Coleman was taking in his prime. That's an insane amount of
you know who Ronnie
growth.
Coleman is,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Pull up a picture of Ronnie Coleman for the audience because he is a
Yeah.
large
Massive.
man.
It's like 5 times bigger than
Mm.
Liver King. And so, but like, yeah, I guess if you do a kit of Sero a week, and someone's fucking you in the ass on Sero, you could do $4,000 a month on that.
But
a kid a week is fucking insane.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You
and
would
then
need to do carnivore at that point not to die of diabetes.
I know, right? We're going really high with all these measurements, and still, I'm not even at fucking $7,000.
We're still off by like $6,000.
Like, what the fuck, man?
And how is Mark Coleman doing these days?
Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman, I'm sorry.
Mark Coleman is the
He's
world's
alive.
strongest
Yeah,
man.
he lives. Yeah,
Ronnie
UFC
Coleman is
fighter.
alive, and he is
He's
in a
probably leaner
wheelchair.
than that now, I would guess. I don't think he's carrying that kind of weight around if he's not competing. That'd be crazy.
He's in his 50s now, or might be 60 or something. Yeah, in his 50s. And he's wheelchair bound, more or less.
boy.
But he still trains, and he's still doing the thing.
He's 60.
He got some really nasty back injuries through his competitive career, and
that's
he had a
why
bunch of
he's in a wheelchair?
surgeries. Yeah, he had a bunch of surgeries.
He was Mr. Olympia for 8 years in a row.
Tied for, if you count females, he's tied for the second best bodybuilder of all time. If you count only males, he's tied for the best bodybuilder
Who's
of all
best?
time. Iris Kyle, female bodybuilder, won the Miss Olympia 10 times.
Oof.
Ronnie won it 8. Lee
Arnold
Haney
did
won it
7,
8.
right?
Arnold did 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's, as far as men go, that's pretty much the best.
And which one is
Yeah.
she? The black one or the white one there?
She's
Both.
the one on the left.
She's both. It's just a matter of how much spray tan you got for that.
She's the one on the left?
Yeah.
Yeesh. That doesn't,
Okay,
I
say
mean,
something nasty.
Yeah,
You wouldn't talk that shit if she was here, would you?
No, sure wouldn't. But it just doesn't look like a female. That's the problem. Neither of them do is the
Yeah,
problem.
I don't think that's the idea, though. They're just trying to get as jacked and lean as possible in that division.
Yeah, but I mean, it's at a certain point, do you not want to still look like a lady, or is it just about being jacked? Because look at these two again. Bob, put them back up on screen. I imagine they're on all the fucking gas as well. Right?
yeah.
I
big
would say
time.
all, but a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
more than the average female would take by a long shot, even if she was interested in early gas.
Definitely some testosterone and then some cutting agents towards the end, for sure.
Shit, man. Would you really want to do that if you're a lady?
Both of them walk in, take their tops off, say, "Let's go, cowboy." You got this.
Fuck yeah, yes.
No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
yes.
not.
You're just not sufficiently heterosexual. I think.
What?
Don't worry, I'll explain.
This is
That'd be like me fucking a dude.
Yeah,
This is like me fucking a dude.
That's because you're not straight enough. It's cool. So if you're like a little bit straight, a little gay, you really want to prove that you're super straight. So you're like,
18%,
oh, it's a
yeah.
masculine woman. I would never. We get it. You jack off to dudes at home. If you're ultra fucking straight, you'd fuck a fucking rock. You fuck a tree.
Well, see,
No.
Andrew Tate's been on this lately about would you, and this is the comparison he gave. He goes, I don't think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Would you fuck Megan Fox with a penis or Hulk Hogan with a pussy? And which one's gay exactly, right?
Oh, I'd love to weigh in on that.
I think both of them are gay, frankly.
Both of them are
nonsense.
gay. Yeah, they both have
Nonsense.
dicks.
Fuck that. I would suck Megan Fox's dick from fucking sun up to sundown.
Really?
Fuck, have you seen that bitch? What are you, dick, not dick? I don't give a fuck. That's details at that point.
So I'll go in. You want to go some
Well, that's
straight
what he said. Can you just move it to the side or something? I'm like, do you have a dick?
She does
Andrew
have an
Tate?
asshole.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. But you want to go fucking real straight, dude? I'll go fucking real straight with you.
Sounds like a
today.
threat.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Pull up the winner of Miss Alabama last night.
Oh,
I would go her over any of these two broads.
I could smell this picture.
So I can smell the other picture.
Yeah, fair enough. But it smells like spray tan,
Sure does.
which you can wash off. You can't wash fucking obesity off.
So
Ooh, with enough Ozempic, you really can.
You can. You're goddamn right. She just won Miss
God
Alabama last
Damn,
night.
she's fine as fuck, bro.
She just won Miss Alabama last night, and I would still.
She's so big, she may have won Miss Alabama and Miss Georgia at the same time.
Fuck yeah. That's a lot of women, man. I'm in, bro. Count me
That's
in.
4 to 5 bills
Count
right
me
there.
in.
That's still more. I could do that over the bodybuilder chicks.
I get it. You're gay. It's totally cool, man. It's 2024. Gays are people.
This
it's awesome.
show. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Post this one here. Boy.
Looks like a woman to me.
Does it?
Yeah. A lot of things look like a
A
woman to me.
or B?
Yeah, fair enough.
A
Or B?
or B?
Yes and yes. It's like French fries or burger.
No.
No, it's like,
Where's the Coke?
I'll take the gun. Give me the gun.
No, I'm taking Miss Alabama. That's just too much. That's too much.
You can't keep saying it's too much when the other option is 450 pounds.
Yep, you gotta
I'm not
rephrase
saying
that.
you're not
One
right. I'm just saying choose a
remotely looks
different
like a
phrase.
woman.
Fair enough, but what I'm saying is you got to choose a different phrase. You can't say too much, and then he flips back to this picture. Bob put it up there. You can't say, "Oh, this is too
No, the
much.
other one.
This is too much. I need
think
that."
you meant not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Again, it's the straight thing. If you're really straight, the more woman, the better. It's
I guess-
literally more woman. How difficult is this to understand?
It depends maybe on how you're gauging it, right? Like skeletal muscle mass. this lady's clearly the winner.
Ooh,
but total mass,
yeah, total,
right?
yeah. It's
visceral
again,
fat.
Is it mashed potatoes or is it fried chicken? Yes and yes.
Well, you
As a
could have
matter of fact,
chosen
you
anything other than fried chicken.
You
right
sure
there.
could.
Why, what's wrong with
Here
that?
we
The
are.
black lady?
No, I can rephrase.
Jesus
I'm sorry.
Christ, you're racist.
I'm sorry. I meant grape
Not
drink.
on this show.
I meant grape
We
drink.
don't do that on this show.
He meant grape Fanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all right.
Is that okay?
We saved it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
think it'll be
saved it.
fine.
I think it'll be fine.
You'll be fine going back to Michigan.
Nobody's going to care in Michigan.
Nobody
You kidding me?
cares in Michigan.
Yeah. You're right up by the fucking Dearborn people, dude. So
I like
who
how
cares?
it's the one funny thing about this conflict is
What
that
conflict?
in Dearborn.
The one we're having now between these two ladies?
No.
The left-right thing that's going on in the U.S. right now that's completely retarded. The funniest part of it, I think, and it happened with those two groups meeting at the protest the other day, the fucking
Awkward.
pro-Palestine plus the Gaylords.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Now it's like the Gaylord leftists with the Muslim leftist people, and they're like, "No, we don't do that gay shit, dude.
No.
We'll launch you right off this rooftop right
Yep.
now, buddy."
That's where it ends.
Yeah, that's
where it
that. To
ended.
me, that's like where the rubber literally meets the road, and by rubber, I mean getting thrown off a building by Arabs.
Yeah, and I think
Sucks.
that might have ended it in this country. I haven't seen a protest since.
Yeah.
There's probably a protest right now.
Probably.
I mean, there's people outside of our building right now.
Yeah, downtown
probably,
in Austin. Are
with
you kidding me?
pickets.
Yeah. Holy shit, man. But with you, what are you taking right now? What do you got pumping through you right now?
I wouldn't worry about what I'm taking. Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
When you walked in, fucking Joel was wondering if he had to remove the hinges on the fucking door.
Yeah, you look
just
good.
To get you
I
inside
felt
there.
Joel's asshole tighten up when I walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting
Around
because
my
it's
cock.
pretty loose. Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty loose.
Yeah. He sucks a lot of dicks with his butt. So.
But I like that he's experienced. I don't need any first timers.
Yeah. You don't want to get 72 virgins.
Guy like you.
Where's the
Turn it
religion
down.
where you martyr yourself and you get 72 absolute
Yo,
whores? You know what
facts,
I mean?
bro.
Like, what
I
the
need
fuck?
bitches that know how to fuck. I'm in heaven for forever, right? I need hoes, bro.
No.
Virgins are dope, but you got to teach them shit. They cry a lot afterwards. Are we in love? Fuck that.
You just explained it. If you're there forever, you've got nothing but time, my man. So
Ugh,
like,
but I'm in heaven. I don't want to fucking spend, I don't know how long, fucking
you
queuing
have
in.
forever.
Do I look like a fucking groomer to you, bro? I'm not Epstein. I'm not trying to teach anyone
You-
shit. I'm trying to get
a
in
little
and get
bit,
it.
dude. When you walked in, I was like,
Don't we all look alike, the
"That's
Jews?
a fucking pedophile." Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. You do.
I neither confirm nor deny.
No, you sure don't. So you go to Detroit, and then you have a fun little gymnasium. You go to Middle Tennessee State. You learn some stuff.
You got almost all of that wrong, but please continue.
We're close.
Close enough.
We're
It's counting.
close here. I'm on a roll, so let's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
stop
yeah.
me.
Go.
You got your own app company with RP Strength over there. How many guys or gals do you have signed up for the app?
Signed up for the app.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers offhand. Tens of thousands.
Okay, ballpark. Because I'm looking at your Instagram right now. You got 600,000 followers on Instagram.
You cut me a lot of slack on that.
What do you mean? 577. I round up. I round up.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't do the other bullshit
Yeah.
here.
I'm
where
bigger
we're
on
rounding
YouTube.
down. What do you do? What's your YouTube numbers? Pull it up, Bob. Let's see. And what are you doing? You're coaching over there?
YouTube is a television program. You can't coach through the TV, sir.
Yes, you can. I bought the mirror with the fucking trainer in it. So, like, yes, dude, he coaches me. I stare at him. He stares at me.
Is that through
I
YouTube?
work out in the mirror. Yeah, all the videos go through there.
Like, to be honest, I don't often work out. I just get naked and he stares at me. It's worth the money.
You've seen that, right? The coaching mirror?
No,
You're kidding.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, it's a real thing.
Am I
dude.
missing out? Is
It's
this
like
Well-
it's like Peloton, but for normal working out.
oh,
basically.
yeah. So rich
Yeah.
people have someone watch them train or whatever.
Yeah.
No, well, there's a real coach, but it's like a hologram version of it. How many followers on YouTube right there, bud?
1.82 milli.
Jesus Christ, man.
Subs.
We'll never get there.
Oh, come on.
We'll never. No, we won't.
you guys will
we've-
get canceled
We have
before
too
you
many.
get
Yeah,
there.
exactly. We won't get there.
How the fuck are you guys not canceled already?
Got real
probably just
close.
cancel myself
We own
with
all of
this
our own shit.
Got real close in 2020.
Yeah.
Bob, pull
That
up
was a rough time.
the coach in the mirror and show him. If you haven't seen this is pretty fucking wild.
I wanna
I'm
see
looking
it.
at the coach in the mirror.
You sure are. Right now.
I want him to change his ways. Michael
Yeah,
Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
You guys
You
Michael
big
Jackson
Speaking of
fans?
pedophiles, well,
I mean,
we're-
like, to be honest, I was until all that shit came out, and then I was even more.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
And then once
A
he
man
started
with
licking,
taste.
licking kids' assholes, here it is.
Damn, you remind me of that shit.
Look at this asshole.
So you get to choose your coach on the app. And
Oh,
then they
he
pop
chose
up
a
as
woman. That's
hologram.
sexist as fuck, dude.
Or
Wait,
he
so
wants
it's
to bone her.
It's a hologram avatar, or is it like a real human?
It's an avatar.
Oh,
I mean,
whatever.
I don't think it's AI. I think it's pre-recorded, right?
I see. Yeah.
So
it's
is.
just like Peloton, but you can see yourself. So I guess
shadow
maybe it could help you with your form and shit.
Bob, scroll back
Maybe,
real quick
I
at that
don't
guy boxing.
That's cool. That's a cool idea.
Here's what's weird to me, and
That's what Tommy Pham looked like.
I can't believe they let this go. Watch this guy, this white guy, boxing in the mirror.
Is he beating up the lady?
No, he's beating up a black guy.
Why does
well,
he
he
have
shouldn't
to
have been
be
standing there.
Look at that.
white to beat
Boom,
up a lady?
boom, boom. Maybe he's a cop.
Yeah.
He's training for proper restraint procedures. This looks like this is a very schnazzy ad.
Wouldn't it be fun if that was just for cops?
And it was all black people.
Yep.
It's fucked up.
Hey, I'm not the one to beat him up.
Exactly, dude.
just
I'm not the
reporting
one
the
in the
news.
video. Look at that. Look at all the stuff he's got going on there. So you haven't seen these with the... Oh, and then you can take a selfie of yourself. And then it saves your selfie. So
You know
can
what
look
I
at
think's
yourself
on the
next
other
time.
side of that mirror? It's a dude fucking in a dark room pounding off.
Oh,
it'd be
100%.
so great.
Yep. He's sitting
so
in
great
a
if it
big
was.
fucking kiddie pool full of fucking mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Just- that's all you hear.
People
That's all you
know
hear.
that when they buy
Oh
it.
yeah, that's part of the kink. I
Don't be
think.
surprised.
No, don't.
That sound out of your mouth is a lot worse than
That's what
I've
it sounds
ever heard.
like.
I can
don't
smell
ask
the
me,
mayo.
Don't ask me how I know,
I'm not going to.
because I made the videos.
At any chance you're going to grease up, get all oiled up, and do a hologram version of yourself in the mirror for people?
Remember that conversation we just had about you being not as straight as you thought?
Yeah.
That's.
Full circle.
Well, see, we decided what 18% gay on you.
Yeah, I said I was 18% gay.
That's a solid amount of gay.
Not
Yeah.
really. That's
It's less than 20%.
I
It's
think
less
it's
than a fifth.
respectable.
I mean, it's respectable, sure, but it's not like over the top. It's like you could wear 2 rings, one on each hand. You can wear a class ring and a wedding ring. Anything
Yep.
more than that for a dude, like you're getting into Persian territory, and we don't like that shit.
And right now, I've only got one. I've only got a wedding ring on. My class
Somebody
ring.
married you?
Yeah.
Oh, it was not her
God
choice.
bless his
to be
heart.
honest, it was an arranged situation.
Yeah, his name is Jeremy, my gay lover out there. And we've been close for 14 years.
Yeah, he's been pregnant several times.
Sure has.
Which is odd.
What a
You've-
beautiful 2024 story.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've
dude,
seen the
it's-
emoji, the pregnant man emoji. That's Jeremy.
That's just me after
After I knocked him up. So, like, obviously, I'm not the gay one. He got pregnant.
Yeah, at least you're a pusher.
It's his problem now.
Sure is.
Also, we're in Texas, so it's really his problem now.
You can always drive a couple hours, right?
It's a far drive, though.
You can't
Texas
arrest-
is a big
It's one
state.
of
But you
those
can't arrest
things-
gravity. Just fall out of a
Yeah,
fucking
it's one of those
moving
things
car.
you're like, do I really want to abort this child? But the drive is so long.
know.
Yeah, look.
I'll just
hey,
put it off. And then 18 years later, you're like, I should have made that fucking drive to Louisiana.
Well, then you can just take them down to Mexico, which is way closer.
Yep.
You don't even need a doctor for
Cut their
that.
head off, yeah.
Go down to fucking Marshall's. Grab a hanger.
Mexico,
Do it in a dressing room.
Listerine bottle,
Or just follow them
What's
around.
the Listerine bottle do?
you put it in your vagina.
Oh, what? That's not real.
That's not real, is it?
Why would that do anything?
Well, because the baby hates the Listerine.
Is the baby British?
I mean, I think it's made mostly of alcohol, which you guys would probably love. So if you were the baby, you would just be born then. And
That
drink
might
the
have been
bottle.
how I was born.
Yeah, I mean,
now that I'm thinking
pour a
about it.
hard-ass seltzer up the
Origin
vagina
story.
and see what happens. So there's no shot of you doing a greased-up hologram or anything?
Wow, we keep coming back to this.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do on there that's going to separate it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know.
Well, he
Oh,
doesn't
on the
really
app.
need. He doesn't
Yes.
really need this. He's got tens of thousands of subscribers. There's no
I understand that,
need
but
to
you're
do
always
gay
got to
shit
be
now.
growing and doing
Yeah,
shit. So,
no.
like, what's the plan
So
for the
for
future?
real?
Yeah.
You pay for the app. It always gives you like a clever, like, hey, sorry, it failed to load. It's your software that's the problem. We already got your money. 2 middle fingers in the air. We don't give a fuck. And we're based in the Cayman Islands, so good luck suing the fuck out of us.
Sure, yeah. Fraud.
About fraud. I
That's
mean,
the way to go.
Jesus Christ, to come on your podcast and you accuse me of a crime?
No, you just outlined the crime.
Yeah, you just did
That
it.
you were
Fraud. I mean,
You just
that's
did
up
it.
to interpretation. I call it the gift of surprise.
Yeah, for sure. But what does your company actually do?
It's the old rope-a-dope.
I've asked you about 10 times during this
For
fucking
sure.
show.
I'm trying to dodge it. So we have 2 apps. One is the diet app, which tells you what to eat when,
Okay.
and it makes sure that it adjusts for you so that you get as lean or as jacked as you are capable
Sure.
of getting with your
and then,
genetics.
And then walk me through that. Is it? Am I doing a blood test to fill in information on that?
No,
or
that's
is it
mostly all
based on
still
lifestyle
bullshit.
or what?
Yeah, so blood test stuff is almost all bullshit currently. There'll be a time in 5 to 10 years when that's awesome, but it's just all mostly lies.
So I sign up right now. How much data am I putting in? Like, how long do I have to fuck around with this thing before I start getting not results, but information to go to the store and buy shit? I guess.
A minute and a half.
Okay, cool. So
like-
it's because some of these things, like you got to tell them your fucking life
yeah,
story.
dude,
It's like,
fuck that. No,
why
we
do you
don't
need to
any
know
of that shit. No, we're
how my
super-
grandma died?
Super
dude?
science, super evidence based.
Yeah.
What was your grandma's name? Does she have an inheritance?
Her last name was Slay, which is I wish that was my
What
last
is
name.
your account number and routing number?
Yeah, and
4, 3, 2, 1.
and your dog's your first pet's name, the
Dude,
color of the first
you guys
house
ever
you
do
lived
that?
in.
Where
Rural.
you tell your bank that
Blue.
shit, and then you forget your password, and it's like, what was your first pet's name? You're like, oh, fuck. What did I type
Spritzer.
in there?
Yeah.
His name was Daquan.
He sure was, yeah.
A cat, I assume?
DeBrickashaw.
You look like a cat.
Yeah, I'm definitely a cat guy, yeah. So that's the first one is just the RP Strength app, right?
That's the diet app.
Diet app, so excuse me.
So it tells you what to eat and when, basically.
And then there's the Strength app, which is hypertrophy. Is that how you say that word? I'm not familiar with that
Yeah,
phrase.
hypertrophy. So it's like the science
Hypertrophy.
name for muscle growth.
Okay.
And so basically it's a training app. You type in like how many times a week you want to train and shit and what muscles you want to train and which exercises you like, or it just picks them for you. And then you just log all your weights and it tells you what to do next week and next week and next week. So it just takes care of all the work for you. So you just go in the gym and mindlessly try to deal with your childhood demons. And then you get in shape.
What about if you don't have the time to go to a gym and you do more like calisthenics or shit like that, right?
You're just not willing to do what it takes and you're not in our target demographic. Go fuck yourself, you tiny, pathetic idiot.
Like Bob.
Well, no, Bob's fine.
He's got a kid. No, he said he had kids. He's not going to work out ever again. So
That's true. That's
Typical
true.
bullshit excuse from lazy, spineless people. Who's Bob?
Bob's our producer.
Bob, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't mean that. You're great.
Answer the age-old. We've had this fucking debate on the show forever here with Delco. Chest workout. Delco, tell him your theory on chest. There's only one workout, correct?
No, it's just flat bench is useless. Incline's a superior workout.
But you only do incline bench, correct?
No, I do decline, I do flies, I do everything but flat.
Everything but flat bench?
I'll do dumbbells for flat every now and then, but barbell flat's stupid.
What say you?
Typically, mythology propagated by people who can't bench enough to walk with a straight spine in a grocery store and look men in the eye.
So what's the answer to that? I don't know what you just said right there.
Your boy can't bench a lot. He's
Okay.
embarrassed about it, and bitches probably made fun of him when he was younger for it, and so
That's
he
not
never
true,
approached
though.
the
That
bench
is
again.
true.
I mean, I'm close to 300 pounds incline.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was close to 300 pounds when I was 8 years old. In body weight.
Incline?
Also that. Incline's great. Incline's great. Decline is cool, but not a lot of gyms have it. And it's also awkward because you got to unrack it from like this weird behind yourself place. The flat bench is fundamentally an awesome exercise for many people, but for some people they just don't feel it right and it kind of fucks with the shoulders a little bit. There's
if
not
you have
like,
long arms, I think flat bench is probably not the best thing. To
it's
do. I
actually
mean,
amazing if you have long arms.
why? Tell me the difference then.
But again, it's, you just because you have to lift through a large range of motion,
Sure.
you won't be able to lift an impressive amount of weight. You'll feel pathetic about yourself, and you'll make excuses like your boy over there just did about flat benching.
Well,
No offense, all jokes.
I prefer dumbbells because it makes me stabilize more, and I'm not like.
What are you training for that you need stability?
Just general strength. I don't care about aesthetics, and I don't care about how much I bench. It means
I can
nothing
tell
to
you
me.
don't care about
Yeah,
aesthetics.
it means nothing to me, right?
That's for the best, because if you decided you'd have a fucking long road up.
Why?
He looks awful.
Are you being serious?
No. Is anything on here serious? Because holy shit.
Bro, I honestly, man, I feel like I've taken acid today. And
Good.
Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on,
I was
dude.
told that you guys are basically functional alcoholics, and it's all jokes all the
No,
way
I'm a
down.
drug addict.
It is.
Well, I'm not addicted. I just
Well, my God, did I
refuse to
make a
stop.
mistake?
It's not the same thing.
But I don't
Totally.
know
You're in
what the
control.
fuck you're talking. No, so but somebody like I look at it working out the same way as he does, right? Like if you look aesthetically good enough to walk around throughout the day, unless you're competing in something.
You can technically walk around looking like anything. I did just go to Houston, and holy shit.
one
it's-
of the fattest
Places in
places
the
in
world.
the world. So San Antonio is the fattest city in the
No
entire
way.
world. Yes.
What a fucking honor.
It's the third. It's the third fattest city in America, and it's the seventh largest city in America.
What's the first fattest city? in
Like somewhere in
America?
Mississippi. Some
Oh,
bullshit city.
yeah,
The first, the
Jackson,
first,
maybe.
the first two are
Southern
like
food,
smaller,
yeah.
way smaller. So there are more fat people in San Antonio than any other city on earth
By number.
by number.
Absolute
Yep.
number.
Because other countries don't have fat retards like we do.
You know what? Statistically, by fraction, folks in the Pacific Islands, like Samoans, they got us all fucking beat.
Technically, right? But there's a
And
lot of
also, they're better at sports.
there's a lot of skeletal muscle mass down there too. They
For
look
sure.
big, but it's not like the fatties we have. And the UK is starting to catch up, by the way.
The UK is actually fatter than us on average, but we have more super fats. And I'm so fucking proud of that shit.
Yeah. Hey, look, if you're gonna do
Alabama.
it, fucking do it, bud.
You can be Miss your state, whatever. Insert your state.
Was that really?
is-
Oh, that's her, yeah.
She won last night.
So you know,
She
Miss
won last night.
Miss Maryland is a dude
Really?
married to a Marine.
Come on.
What did I hear? Like guys
Pull
are
up
just
Miss
better
Maryland.
at everything anything than women, so now they're better.
We're
at
better at
being
being women.
than
Yeah, we've always been better at being women.
That makes sense.
I'm just glad we're getting the credit for it now.
It's
I did
about
not know the Miss
time.
Maryland thing.
It's when's it gonna be my time? You
On
know
the
what I
one
mean?
hand, yeah, it's kind of weird that a super large lady is Miss. What was it? Miss Alabama?
Greenbow, Alabama. Yeah.
Miss Forrest Gump.
Is
but on
that
the
a
other
fucking
hand,
trans?
It's nice that
That's
she
a
gets a
dude.
chance to be looked at and smile and be pretty.
That's
because
a dude.
like
And
beauty pageants are kind of fucking pointless to begin with.
it's weird. I think. Yeah.
It's fucking weird. It's super fun when it's like adults, but when it's kids, it's fucking
very weird, yeah.
really weird.
You say that because you have no talent. You got to have a talent.
It's worse than that. I tried when I was younger,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
the judges' feedback that really made me question my life.
The wigs became a
Oh,
problem.
I
He's
get
someone
it now.
else.
Okay, so it's fucking. What is she, Thai or like that makes sense?
Oh, little boy.
Yeah, they
they're-
can hide
yeah.
it the best.
That's a
dude.
woman to me.
They can hide it the best.
That's a woman.
I would have never known.
There's a hog on it. She's married to a Marine, active duty
My
Marine.
man.
And she still has the dick.
Unclear on that. I haven't seen.
Who cares? You keep
You're
bringing
gonna-
up dicks.
Again, you're gonna have. What are you gonna do with it?
I mean, that shot doesn't look like there's a dick there. Scroll like
No,
zoom in.
no. The tuck
Zoom
game
in.
is at 1,000.
I'm sure it is, right? Certainly, but do you tuck on vacation in Miami like this?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a long tuck, dude.
Yeah, I feel like she's
You
all
guys,
carved up
I
down
used to
there.
be like, no fucking way. And then I realized the tuck game is like, you can't fucking tell. You can't tell.
Oh, you can tell when you get
can
your
Until it's
hands
too
down
late
there,
and you're
yeah.
drunk and you're like, fuck it, I'm here anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Come
on.
I think homeboy got his wiener chopped off there. I heard Bruce Jenner though kept his.
Hot.
Yeah. See, he
If you
was
get your
just
dick
like, fuck it.
chopped off, you're a she to me. You went all the way. I believe you.
If you,
I believe you either way. but
That's your
if-
standard?
And
Fuck yeah,
in
but
200
it's
years,
above
when
my
somebody
standard.
exhumes this dude's bones, they're going to see narrow hips.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And they're going to know it's a man.
Yep. And then
The
you'll be
end.
like, everyone back then was really hot, guys and girls. Look at that person.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
No, because we don't think of Caligula like that, do we?
What is a Caligula?
Oh man.
This guy. Honestly,
Little.
man.
It means little boots. In
little
Latin.
boots, dude.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
he was a Roman emperor and he had little feet. Nobody. This is what we call him now. Nobody called him that at the time, obviously.
Right, because they would kind of get the
He would get his
fucking
head
sword.
cut off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're head cut off.
But he was like he was into all kind of tranny bullshit. Am I right, Rob?
No social media back then, so you could talk some shit in the back of a room and no one would fucking...
Yeah. Well, they mostly
Oh, yeah.
painted on the walls, right?
The original social
Yeah,
media.
that was the original
Shit talking.
Graffiti and shit.
Yeah, graffiti.
The first thing they paint is like a TikTok rectangle, and then they paint shit in it.
Yeah. And then an ad
Yeah.
for Prime in the
But
corner.
it turns out the paint was funded by China. You're like, fucking
Oh,
makes
fucking China,
sense.
dude. Get him out of here.
It's always fucking China.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of fucking dudes competing in as women in bodybuilding?
From what I understand, it's incredibly rare.
Yeah, does IFBB allow that?
I don't know.
Or NPC under those major organizations?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because the
I've,
pageants do, right?
I'm
Obviously they do.
really bad at bodybuilding, but yeah, actually, I might consider switching the gender thing and going for
You
the other
should, dude.
division.
Yeah, why not?
I'm quite muscular for a female and hairy.
That's true.
Which is
and you've
what
got
dudes are
small
looking for,
arms.
yeah.
Like you've got very short arms, so you could do a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And when you have short arms and you're 5'1" like I am, you need every bit of muscle to compensate for that. You never grew up, and everyone always literally looks down on you.
That's true.
Well, we could stretch you out now. You can get that surgery for your legs.
Do you want it? We can put 6-inch rods in
Yeah,
your
they-
legs.
they-
Will
cut-
several men hold me down while it happens?
Well, that's a given, I think.
Well,
Then
you're
yes.
going to sleep. Like they'll put you to sleep and then put it in.
Nah, I want to be awake.
Do you?
I
To get your femur sawed in half?
I love to be restrained by Texas right-wingers.
Yeah, it'd be fun, huh?
That's got to be a fantasy.
It is.
It's definitely.
definitely can't
If Bob, you have a bull, right?
Yeah. My wife's bull. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that a thing in the gay community as well?
What?
Is it? Does the top ever cuck the bottom, or vice versa? I don't know how that works.
Man, I think they just have all the fun in the world.
They
I
have
think
all the fun.
I think
straights
everything's-
have no fun.
Yeah, I think everything's on the table. It's just like choosing what you want for dinner. You know what I mean? It's like, do we want
Sure.
to just fuck each other?
But what
or
I-
should we get on an app and like
that-
get a couple dudes over here?
Yeah. That part I understand. The part that I'm confused on are the social dynamics that are involved there. Is somebody the cuck at any point, right?
What does that mean, cuck?
Cuckold. It's
No, yeah, but like to you, what does it mean?
It's
Because
a-
to me, it's always like, when I watch the kind of adult films that I watch, which I never watch because porn is fucking toxic to men. Am I right, brothers?
Sure, yeah, it's illegal here in Texas. Anyway.
Sure.
Oh, dude, I tried to fucking jerk it, and it's fucking some bullshit came up. Like I thought it was in fucking Dubai.
Yeah, it's like
what the
8
fuck?
paragraphs.
Yeah, you can't
I don't
do it
need
in
that.
one.
What the fuck?
Just say don't jerk it. I don't need to read all
Gives
that.
a shit. Come on, Texas.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Anyway,
That's all you're gonna. I mean, that's where you are, bro.
Gay cucks
I know, I'm
is
trying
what
to
I'm
get the
curious.
fuck
So
out.
a cuck is a dude that lets other dudes fuck his wife, right?
yeah, yes.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
not always lets either. I think the coining of the phrase was by Shakespeare, and he was talking about somebody being cuckolded against their will. So somebody else is fucking
Yes,
their wife.
the literal quote was, "Haha, you're a cuck, you little bitch." Quote
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
yeah,
Yeah,
It
Bill
was-
Shakes.
well,
So good
he's
with
a
words.
ghostwriter.
Said Bill Shakes.
Yeah, he wasn't really even real.
Billy Shakes. Maybe.
Billy Shakes wasn't.
That's
real.
what they called him back then.
That's what they called it.
Old Bill.
Dang. So there's not a lot of fucking dudes switching it up here, huh?
I
Shocking to me.
just don't know.
You know what's really weird is how there's a bunch of professional sports, right? NBA, Major League Baseball, NFL, hockey. There's tennis, golf, all these. I haven't seen one woman dress up like a dude and join any of those leagues. It's weird as shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's odd how
It's
it
wild
only
how that
goes one
works.
way. I don't understand it. Maybe as a
I know
fitness
why it
professional.
doesn't work in basketball. Because if you're a woman, you get to play in the WNBA, and the level of both play and compensation is so insanely competitive. Why the fuck would you downgrade to the regular NBA?
Yeah, sure. Did you see those? These ladies are still complaining they're not flying private.
Oh, are they not?
I make
thought
that
they all
complaint
got-
all the
No,
time.
I think they might be instituting that sometime this year or next year, but the league has never made $1. I think it loses like 7 to 10 million a year, something like that.
That's so weird, man.
Yeah, and then so the comparison I gave was this: it would be like you and I complaining that we're not flying private, and then demanding that Joe Rogan's bigger podcast pays for us to play.
I've actually sent Joe that exact
Yeah.
email.
I would love Joe. We got to fly private.
No, we're not doing that.
Joe, we have a gig in Atlanta next week. I think you need to pay for us.
I think it's only fair.
Yeah, for him to pay for us to go private.
It's actually
for
not
sure.
fair if he doesn't.
For sure. We got some breaking news here. Fucking that Mike Tyson fight is back on.
It was off?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Why
has
was it off?
ulcers, so he has to get treatment for his ulcers
So they just said Netflix just announced Friday, November 15th. That's the new scheduled date for that.
Holy shit, that's far away.
Will he make it to that? Like,
I don't know,
Jesus
man. I
Dude,
mean, you got to
people-
go through a whole new camp now, right?
Dude, you got to go through a whole new promo phase. People forget it's even fucking on. Didn't they
know.
face off just recently?
He might die.
Because the other part
Before
too
then.
is you're in the middle of college football season, NFL season, all that other shit, man. I mean, that's a lot to compete.
What day of the week is that?
Friday. It says it's a Friday night.
The whole world watches boxing, though.
Yeah, it does.
What do you guys think is going to happen in that fight? Because I got two ideas. One is who's the Logan Paul, Jake Paul? Jake Paul's young and athletic and good at fighting. But then again, Mike Tyson has two things. One, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And two, an adult black man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got dad strength at this
To
point.
quote
which is
Wesley
different.
Snipes from Passenger 57, always bet on black. Talking about sports, I don't fucking white people. Nah, you're good at other stuff.
And that's
Cool.
a Jew saying that too, so you know it's real.
Yeah, for sure. Do you get hooked up to any of the electrodes and all that shit that Mike Tyson's using for training?
To my genitals, yes.
Okay. To the
Electrodes.
rest of your body.
You mean like the monitoring ones,
Yeah.
or like the ones that shock you when you're trying to lift weights?
But
Great
well,
question.
he's doing both because I guess he's trying to monitor heart and something else at his age.
That for
and then-
sure, yeah. But like the ones that, whatever that bullshit is where they run electric current through your muscles,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people do that to try to keep the load off of their joints, shoulders, hips, and knees,
Yeah.
right? Which I guess makes sense. I don't think it works, frankly. I don't see any evidence to show that it works, but it does allow you to mentally lift lighter weight.
That's what he's.
Right.
Here's the thing. That's what he's using for this in training.
I mean, he looks great,
He does.
but he's
And
always he's never not looked great. He's
Totally.
Mike fucking Tyson, man.
I've used it before. Two different instances. One, we had a guest on the show, Kevin, who from New Fit down the street here in Austin. I was fucking sore as shit the next day. Like,
Yeah, but just
for
because
real.
it's creating more lactic acid, which is what makes you sore for the most part, doesn't mean it's tearing more fascial tissue or making it heal quicker, which is building muscle.
Well, have you used it?
I watched it be used on a colleague of mine who went through a workout with it. And I've seen a bunch of other people use it. And it does absolutely deliver more of a stimulus to your muscles. So if you have trouble connecting to a muscle or really feeling it, some people have trouble like getting their back really going. Really, the most pertinent application for that is like high-level competitive bodybuilding, where the judges are like, everything's great except your fucking lats. And then you go use it on your lats. It does work, but it's some kind of magic, and most people don't need it. Maybe Mike Tyson has some fucking weird shit. Guys, how old is Mike Tyson?
57.
Yeah,
He'll be 58 by the time this fight happens because his birthday is in a couple months.
But the other thing too is like show his body, Bob. I mean, at 57, 58 years old, how the fuck do you look like that?
Black don't crack.
Is that what it is for real?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Also, he's like one of the best athletes of all time. He didn't just like randomly show up to the genetic lottery. He's Mike Tyson.
Here he is. Is that at the Austin location? So that's what he's hooking up to as he's doing workouts and fighting and all this other shit. And then they'll just kind of raise the volume on it. Like I said, I've done it twice. I did it for workouts when we had a guest on the show that owned the company down here. And then the other time was after I got out of a hospital.
Bad relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically a TENS unit, right?
Yes.
For the most part.
And
It's like
so,
a jacked up
but it was
tendon.
very, very slow, and it was more or less to stimulate muscles to get them back going again. It wasn't for any workout.
Sure.
Possible.
It can work for that for sure. But what a lot of people do is they'll find something that works in like a specific context, and they'll be like, this works in every context. And it really like the carryover, especially for fluid, athletic, powerful movements, that's not what you want to be using, because you want to develop your own muscular coordination, because you're going to need that shit in the ring. You can't bring that shit in the ring with you. So I would say, like, except for specific circumstances, most people, probably Mike Tyson included, but I'm not his trainer, so I can't tell for sure, they would be best off not using that. But for specific instances, it's a cool technology. Also, if you put it on your testicles, cancel your plans. It's a fun night.
It's not. It hurts like a
You tried, it
motherfucker.
didn't, yeah.
No, one slipped. We did it on abs. Dead serious.
I see.
Did it on abs. Slipped down, and it just clipped it. And I was just like, whoopsies.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's that scene
Yeah.
from Three Kings, right?
No, I don't know that one.
Three.
I haven't seen it in 30 years.
With George Clooney?
Yeah, it came out
Clooney,
in the 90s.
Wahlberg, Ice Cube, right?
That was a great
The way he
movie.
tortures him is he hooks his fucking electrodes up it's a car battery, hooks them into his nutsack.
Oh, I haven't
That's
seen
not
it
a fun
forever.
day.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it depends on your
He
constitution.
gets a real
I suppose,
kinky
right?
guy, and after he escapes, he like shakes the guy's hand. He's like, "Hey man, thanks so much."
Yeah,
Business
yeah,
card.
yeah. If the guy just starts pounding off afterwards, you gotta reassess.
You're not really torturing anymore.
Because the way this shit works too, when you take it off, sometimes your muscle just twitches for like 5 minutes, man. It's wild.
Well, because
Yeah,
it can
it's-
really fuck you up, like in the good way. Like it can really stimulate it can stimulate a degree of contraction you may be unable at the time to stimulate yourself. So it's like that extra added bit. Most people, the limiting factor on their ability to grow isn't that they can't stimulate. For most people, it's just like you don't train often enough, hard enough, and you aren't recovering well enough. But when you go into the gym, you don't have a problem. Like if I took you fellas to the gym and I was like, okay, make my quads really sore. No problem. We don't need electrodes. We don't need diddly dick. But for some people, post-injury, for some people that have really trouble connecting with a certain muscle, it can help. It's just, again, it's just like people see something that works in some context and they're like, I fucking want it. Like the whole trend with the fucking cryo chambers and the cooling Huberman shit.
What's your stance on that?
So it actively interferes with muscle growth. It reduces muscle growth. But the thing is that, muscle growth happens through an inflammatory process, but also like joint pain happens also through an inflammatory process. And the cold plunges and stuff take that inflammatory process and quite literally cool it down. And so you never get that inflammatory process. So if you like have a leg workout, you don't do the cooling shit, and then you go home and you wake up the next day after eating a lot of food, you're like, oh my fucking God, my legs are fucking tight and sore. That's a good thing because that's part of the growth process. You can do the cooling shit afterwards, and you wake up and you're kind of more spry. You're like, hey, I'm good. I can go train again. The problem is you didn't get as much muscle growth out of that process. It's like kicking yourself in the dick while you're at it. It's not a good idea if you're in the gym to try to get jacked and to try to get strong. If you're a sport athlete, like a soccer player, a real sport, a man's sport, an American sport, the American sport. I'm from Russia. Remember, I don't know anything.
Clearly.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
Soccer, you play it with your foot.
Soccer is not the goddamn American sport, bro.
Do you know how many little kids play soccer?
Yeah, I got them, but I don't want to watch it on television.
Yeah, they
It's
usually
football, bro. Football.
they quit at
Football.
12.
I forgot I was in Texas. I tell you what, son. What's the most important?
Michigan, motherfucker, you just won the national championship.
That's right. I was on that team.
Yeah, he was.
If you're a sport, you remember me from the guy with the short arms.
Yeah.
if you are a sport athlete and you're plenty jacked already, but you need your legs to be fresh every fucking day, especially leading up to an important game, getting into the cooling shit after is great because your body's like, hey, you did a lot of soccer running. Let's get your muscles growing. You're like, no inflammation. I need to be back tomorrow to work on my technical abilities, to work on my cardio. And then it's a fucking great tool in context. But people see that again and they're like, oh, it's fucking advanced. Athletes use it. I need it. No fucking Jim. You don't fucking need it. You need to just do some curls and go home and stare at a plate of steak and wonder why the fuck you fucked up your life and marry that shit person that you did.
Oh, wow, man. That's a really fatalistic, pessimistic worldview.
I call it realistic.
No.
Or are so many Americans so happy with their marriages?
Man.
Ooh.
Yeah. No idea where you're going today with
Tough
any of
subject.
this. Let me ask
Neither
you
do
about ice baths then. Good or bad?
Same idea.
Thing?
Almost
Because you see it
identical.
on Instagram with every fucking person, and it's like, dude, I got to get in the ice bath, got to get in the ice bath. I've never done it.
It's super Instagrammable, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of shit. You put it on your feed, people are like, whoa, cool. And this is this idea that's like, oh, man, it's advanced. Like, athletes do it. Like, every 50th person in fitness on Instagram is a real athlete, and 49 of those people are just like TikTok influencer motherfuckers that lift weights. And the 49 people want to be like that 50th, so they're like ice bath, cryo chamber, put the fucking sticky electric shit on my abs, and it's like, yeah, you're just kind of pretending you're doing this shit. And a lot of them just don't know any better, so they're getting fucked. But an ice bath is more or less free, just takes your time to put ice bags in the shit. Some of the cryo chambers and shit, they go for like fucking tens of thousands of dollars.
I mean, some of those ice baths that stay cold all the time are like 12, 15 grand.
Yes.
It's like, come on, man.
And they're very, very expensive.
Just take a cold shower, because as far as the benefits you get out of it, under 50 degrees Fahrenheit, it doesn't get better as you go down to like 25. It just doesn't. Like, there's no evidence that suggests it gets better as you go down. Now,
it makes you more hardcore.
Part of it you should do, if you're going to do it, you should go as cold as you can, because part of it is the mental toughness side of it. So sure, do that. But if you're not to the point where you're spending $15,000 on the chamber,
that's like half a week of Liver King steroids you could have bought.
Sure is.
Yeah, you could buy half a car with that.
You could get really red with that.
Yeah. Let's go through PRs. You ever burn it out on all the ends? What do you where are you at chest wise? What's your bench at?
The most I've benched, I haven't maxed in a really long time, but the most I've done for reps is like, I've done 315, 3 plates on a side for 20.
20 times? Okay. What about leg press?
Nobody asked that. That's not a serious question.
On this show it is.
Squat.
Leg press, I've done 675 pounds for a set of 20.
Okay. Delco, can you beat that? You've got some fucking stumps on you.
Leg press isn't really a thing, but yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
If you brag about leg pressing, people know you're not a serious lifter.
Yeah,
they know you're a delusional.
What do you do for legs?
You're typically a fat dude if you do leg press.
Yeah.
You've got the biggest legs that I've seen here. What do you do for legs?
I do squats. I do lunges.
Okay.
Deadlifts. Yeah.
And so when you see people at the gym doing leg press, that's all bullshit?
No. But if you hear people bragging about their leg press, it's fucking bullshit.
Okay.
I only did leg press for range of motion, and then, well, I mean, really, that was it, I guess. What's the point of stacking up a bunch of heavy weight and putting a bunch of pressure on everything when you're sitting back like that? Just do squats and deadlift.
Yeah.
You're also
Makes
a
your legs bigger.
dickhead because you steal all the 45.
You do steal all the plates. So here's the thing, if you're doing leg press properly and you get a good range of motion, it's an awesome way to grow your quads and other parts of your legs. But if you're a fucking dildo and you take
gotta
like
put so
20
much
fucking
weight on
plates,
there, dude.
it's also like annoying. Like, how important is it for you to quote unquote impress other people that you're willing to like spend 10 minutes putting fucking plates? This is the thing.
And then another 10 taking them off.
Bro, but you're
afterwards.
fucking tired then. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And a lot of those guys will just leave them on there and then they don't get to come back to the gym after a few sessions.
Yeah. Because I see it all the time, and you're like, man, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I think once that we had to do it for like a high school thing where it was just like, hey, dude. But it was for charity. So you
that's
tried to, you tried to
As many
lift
places you can.
as much as you could on, you do legs, you do squats, you do bench, you do all the things or whatever. It was the guy who won was a dude like you. He was probably 5'2", 5'3".
A 40-year-old Jewish steroid addict in high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
I won't say his name, but he was the first guy that I ever saw do steroids. He had it before anybody else.
In high school?
High school. And he was doing it in like 10th
Boy, that's
grade.
dumb, man.
That's fucking dumb.
He was doing it in 10th
Your
grade.
growth plates aren't even fixed yet.
Correct.
What
And
the fuck
his
are you doing?
hands, when you shook his hands were so tiny already.
Aw, it's like Trump.
Well, Trump's got normal. I have smallish hands. You ever shaken his hand?
I've never seen him in person.
Okay,
I've
yeah.
never seen anyone that important in person. Arnold, I've seen like from 15 feet away, and that's probably the most important. John Leguizamo, do you guys know who that is?
Yeah, Johnny Legs.
I saw him in a car when I was walking in Hollywood once, and I was like, oh my God, that was my closest celebrity encounter.
He's smaller than you, so you
By
can
a
take
little
that
bit,
home
maybe.
with you.
Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm the man. Fuck
You are the man, dude. You are the man. But yeah, that guy, shit, I don't know what happened to him now, but doing
He's probably
steroids at
dead.
that age.
You would hope he's dead, just as a life
I wonder if I
lesson.
could look him up on Facebook. I'm probably still friends with him on Facebook. I'm just out of curiosity.
Getting a lot of high school kids to lift as much weight as possible is kind of fucking stupid.
It was for one charity event, though. It wasn't. They like the coaches didn't implement that or anything.
Yeah.
It was more or less like, hey, we're doing this weights for Jesus or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
that makes sense.
Money for the football team.
I have an odd take on charity events. The purpose is to give like poor people money or whatever, right? To save the fucking whales. Why don't you just give them the fucking money? Why do you have to like pretend to go to a dinner with fucking Hillary Clinton on your left and Joe Biden on your right and $10,000 plate or
That's what people pay for.
raffle or something? Fuck that shit, man.
People
pay
want-
the fucking money. Help the people.
They want their
directly.
name on something.
Or they want a picture with somebody.
Yeah, they want a picture. They want their name on a building.
Yeah.
Or the program guide or whatever the fuck
That
it
makes
is.
sense.
The
Yeah.
first
It sucks.
the
Did
first-
Steroid guy get his name on the high school weight room for being that guy?
Yeah,
I think
it was on. It was on there. Yeah. You know those boards where they put your name up there. It was
the John Williams Memorial Weight Room. Like,
yeah,
oh, he's dead.
Now it's probably in memoriam. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Because his heart exploded fucking 20 years ago.
But it was up there. He owned all those motherfuckers, and
Yeah.
it was just like
you
that was
go.
the first time I learned. They were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, because I'm a tall dude with long arms," and he goes, "Oh, dude, tall guy with long arms, you'll never
This ain't
do
you.
it." Yeah, you'll
You'd
never
have to
get
get
any
up
of
to
these
like
things.
world's strongest man level size, and then you could be ultra strong. But you'd have to weigh like 440 or something.
Gross.
You look about 390, so you got to gain a little
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
50 pounds.
No, I'm.
That's math.
Yeah,
I got weighed at the doctor the other day. I'm 217 right now.
that's a good weight.
I
for
think
an
that's
adult man.
HIV levels for a guy that's 6'3", to be honest.
It's concerning.
Yeah.
You may want to get tested.
Fuck. High school was like 165. I mean, it was.
You had
brutal.
HIV in high school.
I sure
also.
did, and I beat it.
Yeah, he beat it.
beat
he
AIDS.
beat it like fucking Bobby beat Whitney.
I beat AIDS.
Wait, is that right?
Consistently and unapologetically.
Well, effectively, I would say.
Denzel Washington was my attorney.
Nice.
Yeah, it got me.
Celebrity attorneys are always great. AIDS isn't really a thing anymore. Like,
No,
remember
only poor
when,
people
like,
die of AIDS now.
Do they even? The shit is basically free at this point.
If you're in New
You have to
York,
be
yeah,
careless.
it's
Like,
free in New York.
You die of AIDS if you like just don't want to take the free drugs that they give you, and you're like, nah, fuck it.
Skipped a pill. Didn't skip butt sex, but I skipped a pill.
Skipped 8 years of pills. And
Yeah.
now I'm dead.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I know you have it, and you got a doctor's appointment here in 5, so we'll let you get out of there to take care of that. Now's the point in the show we get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helped you become the person you are today. Who would you like to give the Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
Because this podcast is perverse in every understanding of the word, I should probably pick someone I hate so that they get like canceled like you guys,
Do
right?
you hate Hitler as a Jew?
This is where I'm like, how much do I want to sink our company by endorsing Hitler?
Yeah.
I never met him. I'd have to meet him as a human. Maybe, he was a cocksucker in policy, but maybe like as a person, he was nice.
Like Jimmy
never can
Carter.
tell. Yeah. Jimmy Carter,
Nice
great
guy,
guy,
yeah.
total shit with the economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
Hitler was a great painter.
I'll tell you who my inspiration was. He though? He wasn't good enough.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
We don't know. We'll never know.
There were a few Jews ahead of him in the class, and he was like, "Fuck that!
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
bullshit." He was just a jealous.
he was
fucking
beating the
cunt.
competition.
Yeah. That's why he went into killing people. My hero is Jimmy Carter. Because he
Pull up that picture of Jimmy Carter,
I
Bob.
love the picture of Jimmy
he's
Carter.
simultaneously insanely accomplished because he was a president of the United States, but also disappointing as fuck because he sucked. And that's what I want to be when I grow up. People are like, oh, Mike, he's great. But also he sucks.
The duality of man.
That's
yeah.
really Jimmy Carter.
Oh, yeah, that's him like a
Yeah,
couple months
like an
ago.
hour
No.
ago.
you
That's at
guys
his
are full of
wife's
shit.
funeral,
Nah,
right?
that's bullshit. You guys are full of shit.
That's at his wife's
That
funeral.
wife's funeral.
is a life-size prop of Senator Palpatine from Star Wars in a business suit.
Senator Palpatine was Joe Lieberman. Remember
He's
him?
going to outlive you.
Hey, pull up a picture of Joe Lieberman. I think he's dead now too.
I don't want to see it.
But he's
No, Jimmy Carter's alive.
Hey, it's Joe
Joe
Lieberman.
Lieberman is dead.
Lieberman is alive. is
Jimmy
dead.
Carter's still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
How old is he?
99.
I think he's
My man.
Balloons.
Dude, it's that Illuminati
This is
fucking
Joe
blood
Lieberman.
doping shit.
That's Emperor Palpatine.
Does
right
he
there.
look like? No, he's not. Doesn't look like that now. It's him in
He's
his
dead.
prime.
No, he's dead.
He's a very pleasant-looking Emperor Palpatine.
This is
dead.
before he,
The real
before he
shit
came
star.
out, before he got shocked.
On a scale of 1 to amazing-looking politicians I would like to have sex with, he's no Nancy Pelosi.
That's true.
My
That's
God.
true. Those heavies on Pelosi.
Oh my sweet Lord! Don't get me started.
So, like, if you put up, oh boy, I can't believe I'm going to say this,
Really?
especially on this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Go.
If it was that fucking those chick bodybuilders you showed me versus Pelosi, I'd fucking nail Pelosi.
Dude, no worries. You're gay. It's great. 2024. You're the fucking man.
Pull up the heavies on Pelosi, dude. Like, you gotta.
The Google search is Pelosi, comma, heavies.
I couldn't. Yeah, yes,
it would
is.
probably
It
work,
really
to
is.
be honest.
Oh, is this going to get awful?
Sure. Well, I mean, depends on your politics, obviously. Like,
Does it?
it's rough for me to admit it,
Yo,
but look at those heavies, bro.
Facts. Yo.
Versus the bodybuilder, the fucking dude bodybuilder chicks. Yes, I'm taking fucking Pelosi, bro.
I just don't see it as a versus. This is
I'm
like
just trying to get her pregnant so we can get that money afterwards, right?
100 fucking percent. That
83.
alimony is
No,
wild.
She can still pop one out, probably.
Well, the weird thing is I don't know
She's
if you guys saw this story. People are trying to determine whether or not this is true. Bob, you might be in the know on this one. The girl from Boy Meets World is 55 years old and claims that she just got pregnant.
Topanga?
No, not
black girl,
Topanga.
Angela, I forget the actress's name, but she was like Sean's girlfriend in the later season.
They're also saying with all the people using Ozempic, it's now causing older and older people to get pregnant.
Oh, that's good.
Fuck yeah, Ozempic. for the
Really?
win. Amazing.
Fuck, dude.
Ozempic's fucking sweet.
Is it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Let's end with that today. Is it sweet? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Are you on Ozempic?
Yeah.
You are. Okay.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And it works good.
It works amazing.
How much weight have you lost?
I've lost about 10 pounds, but I'm not on it for weight loss. I'm on it for appetite control because I'm dieting for a bodybuilding show right now, and I have like weird lines in my glutes. So when you get lean enough, you're just miserable all the time, and Ozempic helps you become significantly less miserable.
No shit. And then health-wise, how do you feel? Like everything?
Terrible, but that's because
Really?
of the other shit I'm on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, Ozempic is, on average, for the average overweight person, will make you healthier in nearly every respect. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I watched the Oprah thing. Did you watch it? It was an hour special. And
I watch Oprah on mute and touch myself.
Sure. But did you watch the Ozempic special?
I didn't. I can't take regular people's takes on Ozempic because they're usually just fucking awful.
Yeah, well, so here's what was interesting about it is they had the presidents of both of those competing companies on as well.
Amazing.
And so both of them, and it was the first time I guess they'd ever been in the same room together or anything else, and they were like, hey, we're coming together for this.
Hey.
To me, it felt like they're trying to get the government to pay for it through health insurance. That's my guess for the long run there because, nobody's taking the fucking jab anymore. And that's my guess.
I'm upset we didn't talk about the COVID vaccine. I was super pro-vax, still am.
Oh, I didn't know there was a vaccine for it.
Yeah, Dan didn't know.
Skipped my news feed.
Yeah, he never saw it one time.
Yeah,
We appreciate being here. Tell everybody where they can find you.
after this podcast, nowhere.
Yeah, I understand.
YouTube, RP Strength, or Mike Israetel. Type it in. You'll see my ugly face. Click on things. If you have kids, turn the volume down.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
You guys are probably
advice
used to
for
that
us
sort
as
of
well.
thing.
And
yeah.
is that your wife that you brought with you?
Wife/security guard.
Okay. Gotcha. Because you were talking about pounding off to Pornhub when you got here. She cool with that?
Absolutely.
She was controlling the remote, I think, is what he said.
She finds my sex drive disgusting and me disgusting. So she's like, ugh, look at your gross dick. But I love that she finds me disgusting. It's a kink. So
The hatred.
oh my God.
The
yes.
humiliation videos.
If I'm accepted by you, But if you find me grotesque, I want it.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've been Mike Israetel.
Nothing more to say other than that today, I don't know what happened here today. I don't, okay? But I love you and appreciate you tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. Probably aren't going to do that today, but do it tomorrow. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.